Hello everyone, today we got Tushar with us from Google. Tushar, how are you?
I'm doing fine. It's fantastic to be on a nice weather and Saturday afternoon to be well spent with aspiring founders. That gives me a lot of energy. That where India is heading, and it's one of the reason I got back from US to see the progress of the country. And these are the events that I actually want to see that what our people are building, how ambitious they are, and how AI is taking a shape in these forums and all those things. Yeah.
Amazing. So, a lot of patriotism we can see in this event. A lot of people back from the US. I'm back from Dubai. So let's see how the future goes for India. We are very pumped up about it. Even the Tamil Nadu ecosystem having $1 billion today. Just a few things for many of our viewers who may not know what AI is. I will throw in a few words to Tushar and we can actually hear it from the pro himself. I'm going to throw in 3 parts of the entire AI puzzle. I would call it a foundational model, and then I would call them data sets, and then I would call them GPU. 3 words, and now we will hear it from the master himself.
Okay. Before even go with the technical jargons, a lot of people ask me, even in my family, what is AI? Is it AI something is going to take? I mean, even if my mother asks me that, what is AI? I think that's the foundational question we should answer,
Very
and then
important.
probably
Correct.
go underneath. So AI is something as simple as, right, whatever you are doing, it can be automated intelligently.
Okay.
Meaning that it's not a one-way direction. If you look at, back in the early days, you had an internet boom. Everybody who created an internet website in the 90s, that was the number one thing to source information. But if you see, it was really one-way communication, right? Then you move to the mobile era, right? So where everything that's on the internet, probably you didn't go to an website or something. Primarily your traffic shifted to an app-based ecosystem.
Correct.
It was somewhat interactive, right? So where you do a transaction, you seek information or search, right? But it's not fully automated. But what if that app talks to you back like a friend? Like you would have thought that, if you have like a question and all, right? So you're going to a mentor or ask someone who is a specialist, if they are able to navigate you, you do this, that's the output. Next step is that, right? So you basically, that holistic automation when a context-based engagement happens with you back and forth in the technology world and able to automate your tasks, no matter I say my mom that one day you might have a robo who can clean the dishes, make up the house, or do elderly assistance. That's also part of AI. It's a hardware in AI. So basically, whatever human comprehension and context can do, basically you're automating that with an AI. So that's my solution of AI, or understanding, or rather I would say that understanding of AI in a layman term.
Correct.
But how is AI built? Then that's the question. How is an AI built? We talked a little bit about hardware, right?
Right.
So if you look at the platform perspective, right? So this is all about intense compute and memory processing at the end, right? So how does it happen? It's the foundational layer of all your servers, your GPUs, where the founding models can sort of run and inference all of those things, right? So and then you have in between a platform-centric approach where you can operate on some of these things, like harness the power of your platform and build your AI models and use them for your work, right? And there is an output, right? So where you have the external facing element where people are engaging, like it could be a form of an app or a self-driving car or that user experience aspect of it where you see the outcome. So that's sort of the 3 layers of but coming back to if you see an horizontal element of success of AI, it's all about data.
Right.
The more you learn, the more you can take the right decisions. If you see LLMs, right, so you can see how much is the big context size of a Gemini model or an OpenAI, right? So it has learned probably the world's information. Now with Gemini, we're also giving grounding, which Google search is embedded. So this information is already available. So data becomes a primitive for all of these things. Without the right data, as good is your data, that good is your automation or AI solution, or that shittier it can get, right? So that's where the basis of all of your platform, hardware, software, data that kind of comes in. But there is the next element is that when you have all these things, it's becoming a superpower. We're heading towards an AGI of full-scale automation, which I always fascinate that I would see aliens someday using the technology. I'm a big fan of Alien. I believe in it. So I think AGIs can only make it happen. I'd love to onboard a alien ship. I wish they can take me for some time and rewire and send me back to humanity to do something. But yeah, I think jokes apart, when you have that level of complexity and automation and new age things coming in, the ethical AI, the protection, the security, All those things matters. Now we are even talking about how does quantum computing comes. I think that in another 5 years when quantum computing hits, this entire AI era will be sort of obsolete, or would have taken it to some level that we would look into that. Oh, it was that primitive that I used to ask a question and get a better answer, right? So it would be something unimaginable, right? So it's not in back in days where you had a ERP system you can predict 20 years is going to be like this.
Right.
So all of these things will change. So,
Wow. Amazing. I mean, viewers, let me tell you one thing. I don't promise. Maybe we can ask Tushar to promise. If I have enough comments where I'm satisfied and you want to learn more from the man himself, from Google, Tushar, I need a lot of answers from you. What you thought about this video and whether you liked what Tushar spoke. You have your questions. I will pick it up, and I don't know whether Tushar will agree, but if he does, I'm going to have a video interview with him, or maybe I'll fly down to where he is.
yeah, absolutely. As long as it's not controversial, I would.
As long as it's not controversial like the aliens.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. I might be alien. You never know. Exactly.
So I'll end the video with that and catch you soon. Thank you, Tushar.
Thank you. Bye bye. Thanks.